This law school would not exist but for Tom Cone.
Tom's commitment, both financially and intellectually, has been deeply devoted to improving this school.
His contributions to the Nashville School of Law are really unmatched.
Tom, I've been asking you to do this sort of thing for years, and you have been unwilling to be in a spotlight. This is a very special time because it allows those of us who appreciate what you've done and who you are to say thank you. The Nashville School of Law is honored to acknowledge the lifetime achievements of one of our institution's greatest advocates and supporters, Thomas F. Cone, Sr. Born June 15, 1938 in Nashville, Tennessee, Tom spent his childhood, along with his sister, Martha Lou Cone Beck, helping his parents on the family dairy farm and working at his father's service station. After high school, Tom joined the United States Army. In the years following his service, he attended Vanderbilt University, graduating in 1960. Tom decided to continue his education and chose to enroll at the YMCA Nashville Law School because it offered the flexibility for him to continue to work full-time while learning from Nashville's legal leaders.
Tom's very outgoing, he's very intelligent, and he could have gone anywhere, but where does he go to law school? He goes to the Nashville School of Law.
Uncle Tom and my dad decided to go to law school together. Neither one of them intended on practicing, but they knew the importance of the law and business.
I thought law would be good for us, and it was a place I could afford, a place I could work and go, and it wound up to be good for me.
Tom worked one of the stations, the petroleum stations, while he was in college at Vanderbilt. So he actually had the experience of many of the students while they were here at the Nashville School of Law, and he of course had it while he was a student here as well.
He appreciates the work that the people have to put in after working often careers and maintain families in order to pursue their goal to be an attorney or to at least be educated in the field.
He was going to school when we met, so I would come home on the weekends and type briefs, I guess, for him. And then he would tell me about all the school and what it meant to him. And he felt that the Nashville community didn't really understand how important this school was and has been since 1911.
I graduated from the School of Law in 1964. Pretty well knew I would be going into business, following my father's footsteps.
Through his education and work ethic, Tom rose to the ranks of Cone Oil, becoming the chairman and president of the company, while at the same time establishing the renowned Cone Solvents, Inc., Tennessee Adhesives Company, and B&C Aviation.
Tom's been successful in his business. He started with the one filling station, which he saved up, and he and Sharp were able to buy from his father and his family.
Uncle Tom went into the family business of petroleum and kept growing the business.
He, had at least 40 stations, big truck stops, Tennessee, Alabama. He built a refinery in Memphis, went in the solvent business and other businesses.
So it spread out into making them little markets. And then when you're dealing with many, many stores, you have to deal with the fact that their logistics in getting items to the stores. So Frontier Logistics was created, and he spread far beyond that.
As Tom's successes grew, he was able to provide even more support to organizations and causes close to his heart. One of his most important priorities was the Nashville School of Law.
Uncle Tom always wants to be helping. He wants to lift things up, organizations up that are organizations that he feels are necessary to the community.
Many people who've been associated with the Nashville School of Law over the years thought that its role and mission was so unique that it was critically important that it be able to maintain that role.
We went through an incredibly difficult financial period years ago, and I was asked to chair a capital campaign. Being a graduate of Vanderbilt, I said, I don't know if I ought to do that, but I'll do it if I can get a NSL graduate to co-chair. Tom agreed to co-chair.
It started then that Dad knew that this school was going to be such an integral part of the community. And he wanted to be one of the people, and there were many, to help get it to where it is today. To ensure that Nashville had such a great, unique school to offer and grow our justice and legal community.
Tom understands the benefit of a legal education, whether you practice law or you go into business. He also appreciates the ability to provide that education to the working man at a reasonable price.
By the time I was involved, right at the beginning, it was just broke.
We needed $600,000+ to avoid going broke. Tom led that campaign. We raised more than that, and ultimately, Tom saved this law school. People don't know that story.
When Tom Cone became chairman of the board, there were still some real challenges ahead for this school. And Tom just has a way of knowing how to rally the troops and get other people excited and wanting to help.
He's just got that magnetic approach to people. I spent 8 years in government on the council. I had a lot of people that I met in that position, and all of them knew Tom Cone. As a matter of fact, I have very seldom met a person who did not know Tom Cone in metropolitan government.
The whole room would change when Tom would walk in. It became a little more important to get right to the point and get things done. Tom doesn't suffer fools. Not lightly, he doesn't suffer them at all.
They absolutely tapped everybody's pocketbook that they knew, and the board was wonderful. They put together the best board to go through this, and they all contributed, not their time, their money, everything.
I really think if it hadn't been for Tom Cone and his friends on the board, that could have been the end of the Nashville School of Law.
Tom's dedication to the school helped to ensure that the doors stayed open and students continued to receive their education, and his work was just beginning.
Tom's the kind of person, once he become a part of something good, he will maintain it and he'll keep it going and continue to support it.
He has contributed to the establishment of this physical plant, this new school, because it used to be in the basement of the YMCA.
My Uncle Tom saw the need for the Nashville School of Law to build a trust, to raise some money so that it would not just be going off operating. And he did that by, number one, starting the annual dinners almost 30 years ago.
We raised enough money to pay for the first building and own it. And we've only been in 2 since I've been there, down on Citgo and this building here. And we raised the money for both of them. And Joe and Tom Siegenthaler would figure out having a party with a group of all our friends and get them to put in money. Started out pretty small and just continued to grow.
At all of the events, we were together, we met the people, they became friends, close friends, and Tom was always selling the school. So he is passionate about it, and I was right there to help him.
I will say that I think we're both proud of what the school is, and we're proud of all the people we've known from the school. And again, I say, I don't want you to think that I did all this, because we had oodles of people once we kind of got going. It's got a feeling that you're doing something worthwhile.
Tom Cone's impact on the community has helped to shape careers and inspire younger generations, choosing to invest financially through scholarships and personally through mentorship.
I suspect that if you looked up a definition somewhere of mentor, you would probably find Tom Cone's picture.
Throughout my life, my father has given me lots of guidance, lots and lots of advice, and that's what he loves to do just with everyone. He loves to mentor people.
To say that Tom has been a personal mentor and friend to me is probably an understatement.
There's no hidden agenda. He has common sense, he has good judgment, he has loyalty. Tom Cone is one of those rare individuals who helps people to reach out and seek the benefit of his advice and his wisdom and his friendship, and I'm blessed to be one of those people.
I was so very fortunate to not only receive 1 scholarship, but actually receive 2 scholarships from Charlotte and Tom Cone. Before I was even aware that the Cohn family offered scholarships, I was very familiar with their name. Their name is sprinkled throughout our school. Their name is on our building. There's a large sign with their names on it in our lobby. They're listed on a lot of the Nashville School of Law paperwork, so I knew who they were. I think this scholarship is incredibly beneficial to students that are lucky enough to obtain it. So many of the students are traveling, sometimes several hours to get to class at night. Some have families, they're married, they have a lot of responsibilities more than just school. So to have some funds available to them to help support them as they are trying to achieve their goals, I think is so incredibly valuable.
One of his greatest joys is interacting with students, with young people who are just starting out in their careers and learning what they're going to be and how they're going to do things. He loves to be that sounding board.
And I think he thinks that if he doesn't do it, someone else may not either, and that he wants to lead by example. I've been fortunate to be with him virtually, where he's invested his time and effort and energy in high schools and in colleges and ultimately in the Nashville School of Law.
Every day, he's wanting to mentor and to teach people to better themselves and to move forward with their chosen profession, whether it's digging a ditch or going to become a Supreme Court justice.
Tom's service doesn't stop at the doors of the Nashville School of Law. He was appointed to the board of directors of the Tennessee European Economic Alliance in 1989 and has served as a director of Nations Bank. Additionally, he has bestowed his wisdom and guidance as a board member for several educational institutions and as a trustee for the Nashville Area Chamber of Commerce's Board of Governors.
He's been very successful in business, and they have shared the wealth for causes and people they believe in.
I've been able to be with Tom within his realm of focusing and investing in education. I think he has a real commitment to young people.
When I hear the name Tom Cohn, what I think of is a person with a big heart who is willing to help with educational institutions.
The business community thinks Tom is central to the progress that's been made so far in the history of Nashville. I think he was very integral to the way the city has grown and developed and been very responsible for a lot of the even-tempered approaches this community had. He has a gentle spirit about him, but very firm in terms of his commitment to be successful.
Tom would not be as successful as he is, but for the support and partnership he has with his wife, Charlotte. Her dedication to the same ideals and causes has bolstered Tom's own ability to serve his community.
It's hard to say Tom without also saying Charlotte. These two have provided an incredible team.
She is, by far and away, probably one of his strongest secret weapons.
She's got a very loving, calm demeanor, and I've got to know the entire family. I can understand why Tom was so successful, because he had good people around him.
It helps to have an angel behind your back, and that is Charlotte.
They've been a great team for Nashville School of Law. And Charlotte has done many of the social events. She used to do a Christmas open house with a live orchestra, and it was at a time that the school really needed to be uplifted, and she did a great job.
Charlotte has been the angel that has guided him to those organizations where he has been a donor, a philanthropic supporter, along with Charlotte. And Charlotte doesn't seek to be in the limelight. I don't think Tom seeks it, but because it is he who ends up being in front of the camera, the limelight shines on him. But Charlotte is the little halo over his head.
The Nashville School of Law has proven to be a meaningful and valuable institution as a direct result of its benefactors and supporters. The school's contributions to Nashville's success cannot be overstated, nor can the benefits it affords to students who seek to better themselves with education and open new doors of opportunity that otherwise might not be available to many.
The School of Law have trained a lot of good individuals into good lawyers. I've worked with a lot of them, and there is something about the lawyers that went to the School of Law. They seem confident. They know how to work with people. And I think it's just that at-home flavor that they get from the law school because it's all Nashville.
It is amazing over the years how many people have graduated from Nashville School of Law that otherwise would have never had the opportunity to go to law school. One that might have not have been able to afford it. They had the ability, the skill level, the qualifications, but not the opportunity.
What has been a benefit to so many young folks who wanted to go to law school but might not have otherwise had the opportunity that's been afforded them through this school, and it's so important.
Tom served the people here. He's always kept the School of Law in mind simply because he was a part of it.
Well, I'm very proud of him, of course, and he's done a great job. It's meant so much to him. He spent a lot of time doing it, but it's so rewarding. And we get letters from the students sometime telling what the school means to them, and it just warms your heart to think about it. And you know, you've done the right thing.
NSL has prospered greatly under his guidance, direction, and leadership.
The Nashville School of Law's success has been built on the unwavering commitment and hard work of people like Tom Cone. His visionary leadership and deep involvement in the school has allowed NSOL to become the stalwart educational institution it is today, even though he would never admit it himself. Because even though he's a beacon of leadership, he also has a humility. His indelible impact continues to shape and inspire those fortunate enough to cross paths with him and his remarkable accomplishments.
I think in this case it's true. You can run, but you can't hide. And we are at one point going to find you and celebrate all the good things about you. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Tom, on your great honor. You deserve it. You're always helping others, and it's time for you to be recognized.
I want to say congratulations. A long overdue recognition.
Mom and Dad have left a great legacy behind, and it mostly revolves around education. They want this society, the world, to always strive to be a better place.
I think Charlotte and Tom Cone are guardian angels of sorts, and they have been so supportive to the school and to other students. And I know that I'm not the only one that is excited to be able to meet both of them in person and to thank them in person for all of their support and generosity.
I would like to personally congratulate Tom. Tom ended up working to help build Nashville. I think every city needs a Tom Cone. They'll be better off.
Tom, let me congratulate you on all your achievements and how you are being honored through this event.
My Uncle Tom is one of the most amazing people you'll ever meet in your life. And it's great that I've been able to have him in my life.
I've never really met anyone quite like him before. I've been very blessed to have gotten to know him the latter 20 years of my life.
This is a very special time because it allows those of us who understand the benefit you have brought by virtue of your commitment to this school to be told to other people. So I want to congratulate you, but especially Tom, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your dedication to the law school, but most importantly, I want to thank you and thank Charlotte for so many years of incredibly great friendship, which I value so very much.
Yay, Dad! You've earned this.